I picked up something last March, and I forget where I pulled it out of. I was reading something this morning from, I've got all the OG, newsletters and emails coming in from all the marketing OGs. Perry Marshall had sent over something I clicked on and read this morning. I've been reading his stuff quite a bit lately, and maybe kind of go back and pull out the note. And like I said, I can't remember where I pulled it from, but it talked about growth mindset, a must moving forward. And this was from March of last year. And it said, the three things that we have to be paying attention to moving into the future. And it kind of prefaced the thing is that you need to focus on, if you had to grow by 20% year over year, how would you do it? Right. So start to program yourself in that kind of that thought process. If you had to, how would you do it? But it talked about, from a growth mindset, there's three things. Number one, continually innovate and evolve your products and services. So I take Jay Abraham's definition of innovation, and that just means add more value. So how do you continue to add more value to your services, your products, your offers, and continue to make the offer even more irresistible? Number two, have a strong, defensible business model. Basically, put a moat around your business. That's the number two most important thing to be thinking about moving into the future. And I'm gonna come back around to Perry's message, and it's going to hit on the number 2 point. Number three is, and this is what we have to, and this is taking this into perspective, kind of the story you shared right before we jumped in. Now, use a tough market to break away from the pack. So, like, we're all experiencing a tough market. Like, lean into it. Like, thank you, I've got this. This is going to help me be even more competitive. I'm going to lean into this tough market. It's going to help me separate from the pack. So those are the top three things. Like this was March of last year. So I was reading this with Perry this morning, and he kicked off the whole email, and he said, one question you must ask yourself when starting any company, and I would say start or continue to maintain or grow any company, is, what kind of moat can we build around this? What kind of moat can we build around this business? And then in the next sentence, he goes, for the next 18 months, the width and the depth of your moat will determine if you survive or if you get overrun. The next 18 months, the width and the depth of your moat. And if you take back to the second bullet point of the moat, is a strong, defensible business model. So continuing to dive in and continue to tweak on the business model. We know we have one of the best business models platforms that we're plugged into in the entire real estate industry, in the entire space. And so how is your business within this model to continue to make the moat for you even wider and deeper? So it was just really interesting how, kind of thinking about that going into today's conversation about the news that unfolded yesterday with KW's move.